what I'm about to show you here is that if you have the right strategy in place, you actually can make a ton of money. All you need is time. So let's get into this. So this is an algorithmic strategy that we are building. It's going to be launching here within the next 3 months, but this is going to be on decentralized finance so that anybody can participate in this. And it's going to be, again, fully automated, which is what I love the most. Now, a lot of your favorite influencers are going to tell you, no, you need to buy these things on fundamentals and you need to be this genius and you need to be doing all this research. Look, here's the bottom line. Everybody wants to make money. That's why you're looking into all these cryptos. That's why you're getting into crypto. It's partly defiance against the system, but also the other part is you want to make money. And I get it. I love being defiant. I have my Bitcoin. I have my Ethereum. It's great. Okay. It is my way to say F you to the establishment. But here is a strategy that is actually outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum with a caveat. All right. If you're looking to make short-term gains, this is not the strategy for you. But if you're willing to be a little bit patient, this is. Now let's take a look at this. All right. If you can see here, this blue line here is the buy and hold strategy. And you can see that up until like month 13 or 14, this buy and hold strategy is actually outperforming the algorithm that we have. Now, I have a lot of students, and especially because we have a managed vault right now that we're managing, where some of them have come back and said at any given point in time, well, if I would have just bought and held, that's better than the strategy you're doing. You got to be patient and you have to understand that during these strategies where you're buying in and out into the strategy, you can be sitting at more of a loss during that time or less of a gain during that time. Now, here's the difference though, okay? Let's take a look, instead of just like those first 14 months, let's zoom out to the first 3 years of this strategy. Well, the gain during that time is actually 480%. Now, this algorithm only buys and sells Ethereum. It does not go short on Ethereum. It only just goes buying and selling in and out of the market, okay? Now, compare that over 3 years to buying and holding Ethereum, and you can see here that it is a big difference. Right here, buying and holding is only at 150%. Now, here's the juiciest part, and a lot of people don't analyze these things because as I get older, I want to have way less risk, all right? I have way too many gray hairs on my beard for all the risks that I took back in the day. But you can take a look at here, my drawdown, meaning if I would have invested $1,000, the stack of money that I have would be down by $187. And if your stack has grown, then it would be, again, the maximum amount would be by 18.7% that it would be down. Now, there is always risk when you get into these things that there is going to be drawdown. Things in markets don't go up and to the right in a straight line. Now, let's compare that, though, if I would have just bought and held Ethereum and I would have hodled it for the same 3 years. Well, look at this. I would have had a negative 82% drawdown. That means if I would have invested $1,000, this would have gotten down to less than $200. That sucks. And how do I know that that sucks? Because I've done it. And this is why I have figured out ways to side skirt this, to make sure that I preserve my investment so that I have as little risk as possible with as much upside as possible. But it's not easy. You've got to research these things. You've got to understand them. And we've put it into an algorithm again. Now, check this out. A lot of people don't realize this. This is part of the being patient. Our money was sitting out of the market for a whopping 60% of the time. That is 60% of the time we were sitting there in Zen with our algorithm, all right, waiting for the right time for the algorithm to pick up the trade that is the winning trade. Now, check this out. Let's go a little bit further out and let's see how this time really does affect your return. Now, let's say we were to have this algorithm running for 5 years. Look at the result. Buy and hold, 1,857%. Amazing by any stretch of the imagination in a traditional finance investment vehicle. But let's take a look at this. If we would have used this same strategy, you'd be at 8,701%. Now, again, if you would have come back here and zoomed into this, you'd be like, well, I would have just held and I would have done better there. Yeah, you would have, but if you would have not been patient, you would have missed out on almost 6 times the amount of gains. That's crazy. But let's take a look at this. Again, drawdown, still the same, 18.7%. That's nothing. But look at this drawdown here. You would have been left with tens of dollars in your account at any given point at this time where the Ethereum market went down by a ton. You'd be down 94%. That sort of drawdown is crushing. And you want to know why I know this is crushing? Because I've been crushed by this weight back in 2018 and 2019 bear markets. Now, I learned a lot since then, and I still gave even a little bit back during 2022 and 2023, but definitely not as much as I gave back that first time around. And now we've really solved the risk curve on this to make sure that we can crush this market. And again, sidelined 60% of the time. Now, I want to mention a couple of things. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. And guys, gals, if you want to learn more about how you can participate in things like this, we have a full decentralized finance program where we teach you to keep custody of your money. I've got a free 7-day trial down below. Check it out. It's $97 per month thereafter. If you don't like it, you can cancel it at any given point in time. And our community is amazing. We've got a Google app. We've got an Apple app. You can see all the stuff that we're teaching in one place. It's very easy to use, very intuitive, and we keep building more and more on top of that. And finally, if you liked this content and you want to see more of it, give us that like button, smash it, and hit the subscribe button along with the notification button so you know every single time we've got a new video coming out for you. See you on the next one. Cheers.